What's up, everyone? Welcome. We're live. How you doing? How's it going? How's everyone's week going? Happy Thursday. It's my favorite time of the week where we hang out. I cook a recipe with you all from start to finish, and you chat with me and tell me what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. Today is going to be like a pretty quick recipe. I have a lot going on this week, so I wanted to just make something that I could make really quickly. It's more of a snack. I was inspired by these like really good avocados that I got at the store. I'm going to talk a lot about the avocado specifically because that's where this recipe idea came from. And we're not going to go as much from like start to finish for this because I have some leftover chicken that I'm using. So yeah, let's get started. Let me switch this up. So here's the avocado, and I want to tell you basically like specifically about this. Many people may or may not know that I did work at a burrito shop for like 3 years. And hey, Tanya, Tanya, is that right? Just want to make sure. I did work at a burrito shop for many years. Hey, Vicky. And once in a while, probably like 3 or 4 times a year only, that's as little as would happen, we would get a shipment of avocados that was like the best I've ever seen. Like, you can't tell the difference by looking at it. Like, this looks normal to you guys probably, but it's just different. Like, you can tell the second you cut into it, it's different. It tastes different. It's just so much better. And when I got those, all I wanted to do was like just eat them like as is pretty much because they're different. And when I was writing in my nacho book about guacamole, I try to explain this, but it's like really hard to even explain to people. Like, how do you find these avocados? I'm like, I don't even know. Thank you. So I don't even know, how to find them. I just know sometimes I'm at the store and I saw these and I could tell like those have a higher chance of being the good ones than most of the ones I see. So the first indication is like the smoothness of the skin. A lot of them, they have like a thicker skin and it's more wrinkly. These are super smooth. It's ripe when the top just falls off by itself. These are also a little firmer when ripe than normal ones that you get. So like sometimes you'll feel it and you'll be like, it might not quite be ripe yet, but it actually is. And so for me, my philosophy with guacamole, hey Bella, oh, just eating that Cracker Barrel, watching the stream, that's good. So my philosophy when I am making guacamole is, and this is like honestly with any food that I'm making and any ingredient, is the better the ingredients, the less I do with them. So if I have these perfect avocados and I'm making guac, I literally will only put lime juice and salt in because I want to taste the goodness of the fruit itself. Whereas if I have like average avocados, I'll probably put cilantro in. And then if I have like not good ones, I'll put like tomatoes, onions, you're really trying to mask the avocado at that point. So I'm just running my knife around it and then opening it like that. And so here's another thing that you can notice, and you can't see it that much on this camera, honestly, but it's like yellower. It's a little yellower hue on the inside than what a normal one would be. Normal one is more green. This has like a yellow hint to it. When you're taking out the seed, always put it down and hit it with your knife. Never, never, never go like this and hit it with your knife like that. I have taken more than one person to the hospital. When you work at a burrito shop for 2 years, 3 years, people go to the hospital for doing that. So put it down on the counter no matter how much of an expert you think you are. And then just spin it out like that. And then when you're taking this off, make sure you pinch from behind and just pinch it right off. So yeah, if I'm working with regular avocados, then yes, some salsa, some more lime and garlic makes sense. But when you have like such a good and rare product like this that only comes around a few times a year, then to me, you want to do as little as possible to it. So another sign of these really good avocados is like you can't really peel it as much. Like look how fragile the skin is. It kind of just rips apart. And the one I was using yesterday, I couldn't even do this much. Like this is more than I could do. And I ended up having to use a paring knife to get the rest of the skin off. This one is a little bit more able to peel, honestly. So I'm lucky for that I don't have to break out the paring knife for this. Great. Just gonna take the other one here. There you go, Rich. It's like the stream is for you today. So the first thing that I do with these is just hit them with the lime right away, and that's going to help prevent it from turning brown. I think most people know that, but that's just like the most important thing to do sort of right away. Great. What's also good is like these are just drier. Like a lot of times when you start mashing an avocado, you see like the moisture. These just are so much drier. So you can pack in a little bit more lime juice without it becoming like a super soupy mess. Super soupy mess. Oh, here's my salt. Hi, Jill. What I'm getting at sort of is like it's hard to explain. They're still Hass avocados technically, but I don't know if it just means that they're super in season, or like the first one's off the tree, the last one's off the tree. I don't know what it is, but like something about these is better, and you can never tell until you really open it. Hey, Susan from welcome. Hola, I guess I should say. And I'm just going to add the garlic now. And for me, and I say this all the time, I love garlic, but if I'm using it raw, I go pretty light on it. When I'm cooking it, I dump the whole thing in. So I'm just going to use, I think, about 1 clove here. And with guacamole, I like to grate it or mash it in there. Like, what do you call it? Like a garlic press. Because I'd rather have the flavor of it basically like uniformly in the mixture. All right, that's all I'm going to do for the garlic. Yeah, so I don't know, the thin skin, these do have a thin skin for sure. Like it breaks apart. I think most of the time thick is better, but with this, I don't know what it is. They're an anomaly, and I wish I could explain it better. I wish I could figure out honestly what the answer is or the truth behind it. By the way, I usually use a potato masher for my guac. Maybe it's just a habit of from the burrito shop when I had to do like a huge batch at a time. I also think it's a great way to have a nice uniform consistency. So like you still do get chunks in it, But instead of just like mixing it up forever and ending up with like some bigger chunks and some fully mashed, you end up with the perfect consistency right away. I mean, that's it. I don't know how else to describe it, but if you have those perfect avocados, that's all you need. You know, normally I probably would add some other stuff if I didn't have such perfect ones. Really great. Okay, so thank you, Tanya. Now, I am going to add some more. After all that whole talk, I am going to add some more stuff to this, right? This is going to be the only filling for the tacos, the only filling. So basically, I'm going to make the shells and put this in cold, but I'm going to add some chicken to it and some cilantro. And the chicken basically is like, if you've ever had a Venezuelan arepa, one way to have them is filled with basically like a chicken salad, but instead of mayo, it uses avocado, and it's awesome. And I've made it many times just for like a salad or whatever. So that's what I was kind of thinking of with these tacos. So I'm going to add the chicken. That's probably good for now, and some cilantro. Here, let me actually save one of these and I'll put it on top to be like, make it look good, right? I'm a cilantro lover too, Joe. All right, that's probably good. I don't want to chop this up too much. I want it to be still kind of chunky, I guess. My cilantro today was so dirty. I don't know if you all have had, like, at the burrito shop, it used to come very, very dirty and you had to wash it so aggressively. But at the grocery store, it's usually not like that, but today it was. It's kind of funny that I was thinking of the burrito shop with the avocados and then got a flashback with the cilantro too. It's like, it's just because they pull it up from like this gravel sort of mixture. And if I wasn't watching my employees very closely, they would get some rocks in the guacamole. Really just not good. Cool. So, I mean, this is great. This is what I'm thinking. And I want it to be super thick so that when you take a bite out of the taco, it doesn't just all go out the other side. I'm going to add another few pieces of chicken. Right? Well, it's a genetic trait, actually, the aversion to cilantro. Your brain makes you think it tastes like soap. But I will say, anyone can get over that just by having it a few times. Which, I mean, I understand if it tastes like soap that aggressively, you don't want to try it a few times. But to be fair, it is like a genetic thing. So that's just how some people are. And I will say that I notice Italian people specifically seem to have that trait more than others. Just that I've noticed. I don't know. But, you know, we can all get over it. So look, this looks great, by the way. I really like I said, the thickness, and that comes specifically from those really great avocados. All right, so like I was saying, very simple meal today. Kind of a quick one, so I can keep moving, get through the work week, right? But I didn't want to miss the stream, you know. I could have skipped it, but I thought it'd be fun to just pop on and do something. So the taco shells are another interesting technique that I recently saw from the Netflix show, The Chef Show. Not sure if anyone watches that. I watched it a bunch at first, and then I haven't seen it in a while, and I've been kind of catching up some of the episodes. And they go to Border Grill in LA and they make some really cool tacos. So we will do that now. I'm not going to use that one. Need a flatter one to start. Let's see. Sorry, I was hesitating because like one side of the taco shell is like obviously supposed to be the bottom and one's supposed to be the top. And I was imagining in my head how many times I'm flipping this to decide which side I should put down first. So, and hopefully my burner can handle this. But I do have a new pan, and I think that will help. Okay, let me slide this away a little bit. That helps it look less washed out. Seems pretty hot. Yeah, we'll be good. I am gonna, let's see, do I have a plate here? I'm gonna grab a plate to put these on eventually. All right. So I'm gonna flip these the first time now. And then we're gonna put the cheese on them. I'm trying to put like a good amount of cheese too. Very excited about this, by the way. I mean, I feel like I say that at every stream, right? I'm just very excited about everything I do, honestly. Does that sound egotistic? So basically I'm getting these like mostly just like slightly brown on the other side, and then I'm gonna flip them again, and the cheese is gonna hit the grill and crisp up. I have tested this out one single time before, and that was this morning for breakfast tacos. I have a feeling this is going to be Rich's new technique. He's always putting a lot of cheese in the shells. No, it's gonna be a taco still. So close. I'm concerned that this pan like isn't quite hot enough to do this properly. I may have to try it again on my actual stove. I mean, the thing is, like, you have to get it browned before it melts too much. That is definitely helpful in this technique. We might be okay, guys. You can see like the oil coming out of it as well. The other question is, am I going to be able to do this without burning myself? Looks good. Looks good. Just one of the problems here is like also is here I'm going to show you that one too. But one of the problems is just because the burner of this pan is a lot smaller than the pan. So if I had two like on the edges there, so the edges weren't getting as crispy. But as you can see, we got that nice brown cheese right on there. There you go. All right, let me get this stuff out of the way here. Thank you, Nicole, for the encouragement there. All right, now I'm gonna just take this thick chicken guacamole mixture. Our nice saved cilantro. And that's that. I'm just waiting about a minute so I don't burn myself. Actually, I can have the, look at that though. That that thing right there. I think you call that a lattice, cheese lattice. That's good stuff. Sorry. The texture of this cheese shell is just so awesome. The cheese and the shell become as one, right? And but you got the crispiness, burnt cheese. I'm all about burnt cheese, but it's still like nice and soft and chewy on the inside where it's close to the shell. Also, the shell. Sometimes these type of taco shells that are store bought and are sitting in the fridge forever have like the tendency or the reputation for falling apart, but the cheese is going to help it not fall apart, right? So, anyways, point is, these are awesome. You could fill this with anything, not just this delicious guac mixture, but it's a really fun snack, meal, whatever you want it to be, really. So, like I said, a quick one today, but that's the stream. And I'm so happy to be here as always, cooking with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, following along. Rich, I mean, obviously the guac is cold, so this is more not really meant to be like a hot, piping hot taco. So that's sort of like, I know how you are and you want your burritos to be super hot, but for me, I'm all about the play of cold and hot. This isn't supposed to be really hot at all necessarily. So, but yeah, thank you all for watching as always, and keep following along the food in my beard. And yes, the chicken was cold already. It was sitting in the fridge, and I had pulled it basically from like a grilled chicken leg. Yeah, so like think of it more as like chicken salad, which I know you don't like chicken salad, but that's kind of like what the idea is. More of like chicken salad than anything else. But yeah, see you guys